All right, people, we are back. Man, what a night of fights. 266 just ended. Volkanovski remained champ. Valentina remained champ. My guy Nick Diaz lost. As you see, I'm representing all day. Doesn't matter, bro. No matter what, win, lose, or draw, I'm rocking with the Diaz brothers always, bro. They from Stockton. I've been watching them my whole life, like since I was a teenager. So it's like I gotta rock with them no matter what. But what a night of fights, bro. Like from start to finish, like the prelims were fun, but really when it got to the last two of the prelims, which was Nasrat and Dan Hooker, that was a fun fight. That was a great fight. Dan Hooker dominated that fight. The next fight, Marlon Moraes and Merab Dvalishvili, or whatever his name is. Marlon, man, he has the same issue he always has. He starts out really powerful and strong, hurts you, gasses out trying to finish you, and then gets beat up. It's just crazy to me that he makes the same mistakes every time in his fight, you know, and he lost another one. I think that's his second or third in a row in like the same exact fashion. It's crazy that he loses in that type of fight every time. He almost had Merab finished, man. If he would have just chilled and picked his shots, he would have finished him. He would have knocked him out, but he gassed himself trying to kill him. You know, he almost had him. He had him hurt, bro. Had him wobbled, landed some hooks, had him wobbled, backing up, running away. You know what I'm saying? Had him on the ground, beat up, and then he was able to recover. Got 2 underhooks and just recovered on him. And then beat his ass after that. Marlon gassed out and was exhausted and was getting hammer fists. Just hammers, bro. It was crazy. But he lost that fight. And then we go on to the opening fight of the main card, which was Jessica Andrade and Cynthia Calvillo. Jessica Andrade just hawked her ass down, was just hawking her down, you know, fucking stalked her, was cutting off her angles the whole time, landing big shots. Calvillo was landing little low kicks and jabs here and there, but she just couldn't, she was getting cut off the whole time, and then Jessica Andrade just beat her up and was landing these power shots, and then at the very end of the first round was just feeding it to her. Literally 1 second in the fight got called. 1 second was like 1 second on the clock of the first round, but she was just feeding it to her, and all Cynthia Calvillo could do was just cover up, and just she got boom. I think it was Herb Dean, or maybe it jumped in. Whatever, jumped in, stopped it. That was it, you know. And then the second fight, which was Curtis Blades, Jairzinho. Cool fight, a little slower fight. Curtis Blades back on the win, you know. He had to get that W. It was an important win for him. He fought his fight, you know. He looked cool. He's bouncing, you know, those big jabs. The thing that was cool about Curtis, what I've noticed in this fight that I'd never really seen him do, he'd always do that bounce, you know, that bounce and shit. But like he would do that bounce, throw a left jab, and then switch stance and throw a right jab. It was pretty cool. So I'd never seen him do that before, but it was I really liked that. He would get his shots, take him down, take Jairzinho down. Jairzinho landed a nasty knee, I think, in the second round, shut Curtis Blades' eye. But overall, Curtis Blades won 30-27 in my book, I think. Pretty sure 30-27. I wasn't paying attention when the decision was actually read. I didn't hear what the decision. I knew Curtis Blades won, but I didn't like hear the scores, the scorecard. But in my head, he won 30-27. And then we go to Nick Diaz. I got all the fights on my. I got those. I got from Nick Diaz up to on my Instagram. So if you want to go check that out, check it out. You know, I made sure I posted all that. But Nick Diaz. And Robbie, of course, you know, it goes out there. I mean, man, you know, they're both old. I'm glad it was this fight, to be honest, for them both. You know, both of them were old. Robbie just had a little more oomph, you know, like a little more pop on his punches, had a little faster. Nick's always been a little slower, but he was slow this fight. But he still won the first round. I feel like he was just throwing like, you know, he's doing what Nick does. He does his volume punches. He threw hella punches, and you can see him turn it on a couple of them, you know, and just in the first round, he was beating Robbie up. Robbie came out hard the first, like, 30 seconds, and then after that, Nick was beating him to the punch, and then the second round came out, and it seemed like Robbie turned it on a little more, and, Robbie turned it on a little more and started like getting the better of him a little bit, right? And then you were still throwing. Nick was up on the cage, you know, doing his thing, you know, hitting him with body shots. He was just just losing to the punch, I think, a little bit, you know. Third round came out, he was looking tired. Robbie looked tired. Robbie landed a nice punch. It kind of put Nick down on his knee, and Nick was just like, and then Robbie, he went to his back. Jason Herzog was like, come on, stand up, and Nick was just like, fuck this, you know what I mean? And whether his knee blew out, maybe his knee was fucked up, maybe he just was like, you know what, man, I took all this time, you know, it just, you know, with Nick Diaz, it just fucking sucks. Cause I've been a Diaz fan. It just sucks. I'm 30. I'm about to be 31. You know, I've been watching them since I was like 14, 15. You know what I'm saying? It just sucks watching your childhood heroes get old. You know, and then not only that with Nick Diaz, like, you know, I've always been a fan of Robbie Lawler too. Don't get me wrong, but like with Nick Diaz, it's like, man, it's like, it's just sad because, you know, he lost all those years to the weed thing, you know, and then he finally was able to come back, and he was just, you know, he just didn't come back. And he comes back, you know, and during all the media and stuff, and he's like, man, I don't really want to do this. I feel like he signed up and then was like, fuck, dude, what am I doing? You know, I don't know what anything like that feels like, but I know what, like, getting in a fight feels like. I'm not saying, like, you know, but, like, when you knew, like, even, like, I'm gonna go fucking fight this dude right now, you'd walk and be like, I gotta go fight this dude in the street, you know what I'm saying? Like, in my head, I would always be like, I don't want to fucking do this. I don't want to fucking fight this dude. You know what I'm saying? But I already committed. I said I'm gonna fight him. Everybody knows I'm supposed to fight him. I gotta go fight this fucking guy. You know what I'm saying? And, even on the street, bro, and at bars, whatever, you're like, what's up? What's up? In my head, I'm like, I don't want to do this. What the fuck? And I can imagine the magnitude of him, like, I can just imagine the magnitude of him on this pressure, on this level. You know, he's not gotten any of this new UFC money. He deserves a lot of it. Yeah, man, it just sucks. Because all these new fans probably seen him and like, this is what you guys are making a big deal about. And it's like, motherfucker, go back and watch the Takanori Gomi fights. Go watch the Cyborg Santos fight. Go watch the fucking BJ Penn fight. Go watch the KJ Noon second fight. Go watch Paul Daly fight. You know, like, there's so many fights. Go watch this, even the fight that he lost with Carlos Condit. Great fucking fight. You know, there's so many fights you can go back and watch of Nick Diaz where he was just incredible, man. Just incredible. Josh Neer. I think Nate and Nick both fought Josh Neer. But yeah, man, there's so many great fights you could see where he would just dig and just, man, and it's just, you know, when I saw him out there and it just looked like he was like, fuck, what am I doing? You know, that's what I felt. I could be wrong. If he comes back, I hope he only fights OGs like a Matt Brown, a Cowboy Cerrone. You know what I'm saying? OG fights, legend fights, not no fucking young stud, not no Masvidal, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But if he retires, I'm happy with that as well. I just want him to be happy. You know what I'm saying? And well off and do his thing. You know what I'm saying? But it's Nick Diaz Army for always, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, those is the dogs, like, in the streets fighting, you be in the streets fighting. What's up, you know what I'm saying? And, yeah, man, so, shout out to Nick, that's my dog. And we go to the co-main event, Valentina, fucking flawless woman, flawless, completely flawless, bro. Just executes perfectly, everything, combos, boom, 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 just everything she executes perfect. Grabs you, throws you, tosses you, beats your ass. She rocked. I think it ended in the fourth round. She finished Lauren Murphy in the fourth round. Lauren Murphy, let me tell you, could do nothing. She couldn't get shots off. I didn't see the stats, but I would be curious to see how many. She landed under 20 strikes on Valentina, if that, maybe less, 10, 15. You know what I mean? Just looked like she couldn't get anything off. She'd get close, bang, 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 all types of shots. It was just another incredible performance by Valentina. I don't know what's next for her, but incredible performance, bro. Just incredible performance by her. Finished her, another finish. Valentina, maybe, I know it's crazy, but after Amanda Nunes and Juliana Pena fight, maybe at bantamweight, win or lose for that Amanda Nunes, Valentina should go up and fight whoever. She already beat Juliana Pena. I thought she won the second fight with Amanda, and on that, if the first fight with Amanda was 5 rounds, Valentina would have beat her ass, because that third round she beat the shit out of Amanda Nunes because Amanda was tired. You know what I'm saying? I mean, who knows what would have happened in 2 extra rounds, but just my opinion. I'm biased when it comes to Valentina. She's one of my favorites. But anyways, dominated that fight. It was a great fight. Main event, Alex Volkanovski and Brian Ortega, of course. Man, bro. Man, what a war. I still had it, man. I thought, so look, win all 5 rounds. I thought Volkanovski won all 5 rounds. Now, the third round, they were going, first 2 rounds really close, but I edged it to Volkanovski. You know, I edged those first 2 rounds to Volkanovski. Third round, Volkanovski's winning, but in the third round, he gets caught and gets his neck snatched in a guillotine by Brian Ortega. And then now he's in Brian Ortega, on top of Brian Ortega. He's under Brian Ortega in a guillotine. He's trying to get out, pops his head out barely. They're scrambling, and then he gets put in like a darce. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, oh my God. And now he's in a darce. Fucking pops out of the darce. He starts beating on Brian Ortega. He's like smashing him. I'm talking, it was close. He was almost finished. Like, his head was purple. I thought, like, for a moment, oh fuck, he's about to get him, you know, because he snagged his shit and was under the neck so fucking fast, bro. And I thought he was gonna lose. I thought he was gonna tap. That didn't happen. Popped out of that. Got in the darce, got out of that, and then he's like on top of him in his guard, landing shots, hurting Brian Ortega. It's like this was the craziest round, like one of the craziest rounds in history, bro. He's hammering down on him. Brian Ortega throws up a triangle, gets caught in a triangle, ends up on his back like this. Brian Ortega's in his lap, like on top of him with a triangle folded. Volkanovski scrambles out of it, gets out of it. Dude, it was just a crazy round, finishes. But I still, even though Ortega had those submission attempts, and very close submission attempts, other than those submission attempts, he was losing that round. And even after, like, those submission attempts, he's getting his fucking face beaten. So I still kind of gave the round to Volkanovski. And then the 4th round, where they were close, kind of, but Volkanovski won. The 5th round, maybe Brian Ortega won that round. It could have been 4-1 to me. At the most. 4-2 or 3-2, I guess. Maybe. I guess I could see 3-2. I could understand it if that's what it was. But I was hearing 50-44 or 50-45, which in my head, that's kind of how I had it. Even though he got caught in those submission attempts, other than that, he kind of won the whole fight, dominated. You know, he'd get smacked up and hit up. Like, Ortega was landing some nice shots, but overall, the strikes, like, Ortega was, Volkanovski was just moving very beautifully, like, crisp, nice body kicks, nice low kicks, lots of feints and just movement, head movement. He just looked really nice out there and dominated the fight, and it was a great win for him. And then, yeah, man, just an awesome night of fights, bro. Like, for real. Like, I couldn't, like, it was, I love these type of fight cards. Sad for Nick Diaz. It makes me sad. It makes me sad. I don't know what he's gonna do. Maybe we'll see post. I'm gonna watch all the post fight shit. I'm gonna leave in a second, but I'll upload this video Monday. I'm gonna leave. I'll edit it all up tomorrow, Sunday, and get all that going. But yeah, man, another great night of fights in the books. Next weekend is damn it. I think next weekend is Thiago Santos and Johnny Walker, if I'm not mistaken, and Kevin Holland and Dawkins. I can't remember. I don't know. I can't remember. I could be wrong. Anyways, man, lovely fights, dude. When this video drops, like it, subscribe, share it, ring the bell for so you're notified for all the other future shit that I got going. I'm out of here. Peace.